Many thanks for joining us here on Just Nigeria, brought to you by the BBC and Channels Television. And here on the program, we look at all the stories making the rounds on social media. I am Wali Fakile. Let's start with our top story. Today, the Naira is experiencing unsettling turbulence and its value is falling. The Central Bank of Nigeria has pumped billions of dollars into the forex market, but it is still unable to save the Naira from the free fall. This nosedive is hurting businesses and many Nigerians are feeling the weight. In this report, I talked to experts to understand what must urgently be done to save the Naira. Have a look. Busy, bustling and bubbling, words with which a first-time visitor might describe the popular Balogun market in downtown Lagos, southwest Nigeria. But for a while now, the crowds here could pass as a veil papering over the cracks of a dwindling economy. Behind the bright display of goods is a sharp decline in the purchasing power of these business owners to stock up on their wares. At the root of the financial dilemma is a foreign exchange crisis fueled by Nigeria's import-dependent economy. Abimbola Shukura sells Ankara fabrics here at the market. The foreign exchange challenge has been giving her constant sleepless nights.
Currently, we are operating at a loss. We were told dollar rate is 570, but when you want to exchange, you get it at 632. Presently, it's even causing unemployment. Before I have 3 good servers that are serving me, I had to stop 2 because of the abnormal increase in exchange rates.
It's a similar tale of frustration for Emeka, who says the Naira's depreciation against the dollar has reduced buying capability of would-be customers.
Dollar is what is affecting us badly. As me with goods, dollar is of a normal, let me say, it's not high. We have more customers to patronize us.
Nigeria is Africa's largest economy, but according to experts, the country now has one of the weakest currencies on the continent. The value of the Naira has continued to tank against the dollar and other global currencies since the beginning of this year. This decline has put manufacturers and others who need forex for business transactions in a difficult situation. And since the country is largely dependent on imports, plus a double-digit inflation rate, prices of goods and services are eating the rooftops. It's a situation that has led many families struggling to get by.
Everything is hard. You know how much gari is, you know how much rice, ororo and other things. So you take that 15,000 to the market, you find that you're not able to buy things that you wanted to buy.
At the onset of the Fourth Republic in 1999, the Naira was exchanging for 92 Naira to $1, but fell to 132 in 2004. And when President Goodluck Jonathan handed over power to President Muhammadu Buhari in May 2015, the Naira exchanged for 197 Naira to $1 at the official market. But by 2018, it had fallen to 306 Naira. Currently, the Naira exchanges for over 500 Naira to $1 at the parallel market and 411 officially.
What we have right now is like a rush demand for dollar that is not necessarily backed by transactions or legitimate things, but there's those people that need it to import and then the people that are buying as it means to fly to safety.
The Central Bank of Nigeria recently banned sale of foreign exchange to bureau de change operators. The CBN says the BDCs have defeated their purpose to provide forex to retail users and had instead become wholesale and illegal dealers. The Apex Bank further directed commercial banks to set up forex teller points across their branches. Since the ban, however, the exchange rate has depreciated from 505 to 570 to $1 at the black market.
We expect everybody that wishes to procure foreign exchange or somebody who wants to sell foreign exchange, go to your bank. The investors and exporters window will attend to you. I'm sorry to say that I do not, and I do not intend to recognize that there are any other rates in the market.
It is hardly available in the banks, and our members are hardly able to get as much as 10% of what the request of the banks after filling the form and so on. So they have to resort to sourcing the forex from the brokerage or the black market.
There has been reduced supply to the BDCs. However, the demand is still there. And that demand cannot necessarily be pushed to the banks, because what the banks basically fulfill demand for is for PTA or things like school fees that are specific.
Nigeria's major foreign income earner is crude oil. But the price of oil has continued to fluctuate at the international market, affecting the country's foreign earnings. This, coupled with depleting external reserves and a ballooning debt profile, has made it quite difficult to boost the value of the Naira.
There's no way that you will reflect the economy when your revenues are dwindling. And as a matter of fact, not only that, we are also trying to see what kind of tax incentives that we can give, to especially small businesses and different categories of businesses at this time. So government is dealing with the situation of declining revenues, and even though we are also tightening, the belt in terms of other areas of expenditure, but the important thing is that the areas where we borrow, we borrow to reflate the economy. We borrow to put money into the economy, especially regarding capital expenditure.
Experts fear that the Naira would further dip at the black market before the year runs out. These concerns are perhaps due to the pressure on foreign exchange and the pull of the parallel markets.
We cannot be talking about cashless in Naira and be supporting cashless in dollars. An attempt that is meant to just dollarize our economy. We cannot continue.
If Naira is getting down and dollar is going up, it actually means that our import becomes very expensive. And so if we're import dependent, it also means that inflation will creep into the economy. And the major implications for that inflation is that it will in fact impact on production, particularly when you are not able to procure basic things that you actually need to service the production sector, which can also impact on unemployment.
As an import-dependent economy, each drop in the Naira's value directly affects the economy and the pockets of every Nigerian. So, what must be done to revive the Naira, and what should Nigerians do to cushion the effect of the current dip?
Things like the issue of the Eurobonds and that increased supply can help stabilize the currency. But in the long term, we have to switch our demand patterns, right? We have to move from being majorly importers to people that are actually exporting products on a larger scale.
But for the ordinary people, I think we should patronize our local market, particularly our food. Eat our local food, use our local furniture, use basic things, some of those things that we are producing in the country. That can reduce the stress on the Naira.
The prosperity and strength of a country is oftentimes measured by the standing of its currency. The Naira's continued fall would not only affect the bottom line of business owners like this, it will put more pressure on families already finding it hard to eke out a living. We hope something is done fast to address the situation.